Hey, what's going on? Welcome to Teasing the NFL, your destination for NFL teaser bets. I'm Daniel Saludo, along with Andrew Chang here. We are taking you through the early afternoon games for Week 12 of the 2020 NFL season. Next game on the board is the Carolina Panthers going to the Minnesota Vikings. I'm waiting for you to say your favorite line. Maybe later. Maybe later.
Just keep on it.
All right, no problem. Not a problem, man. Minnesota is the favorite here at -3.5, and your total is 51. So Carolina gets teased up to +9.5. Minnesota gets teased across the 0 to +2.5. Your over gets teased down to 45, and your under gets teased up to 57. It's actually a little bit of a surprise that the number's so high, but I understand why, because these two do not have good defenses. So
Correct. And one team has Dalvin Cook, and the other team does not have Christian McCaffrey.
yeah, don't remind me.
Yeah.
I'm going to be C-Mac-less until week 14.
Ooh,
I might not even be in playoff contention by then.
But you'll get there, don't worry.
I hope so. I want my money.
I know. I just want to chop.
Yeah, that's us. That's us.
That's right. Why don't you give me your thoughts? I'm not
not
sold.
I'm not sold on any of the sides, but I don't like any of the totals either. So
That's what I was just about to talk to you about. Like, I think the Vegas nerds got this right down the middle.
I think they have
where
everything
they're supposed
pretty
to be,
spot on.
Even for teasers too. So, Minnesota just left a bad taste in my mouth when they went to Dallas.
I tried so hard to tell you they were on the right side.
Stop!
I'm like, this is Dallas. This is a flat spot. This is Dallas. Has Dallas written all over it. Now, I didn't think Dallas was going to win it. I'm like, they're just going to easily cover it. No problem.
Well, thank goodness I made the right choice on Thanksgiving. So
yeah,
it was like, hey, none of these teams just give me the over.
Yeah,
and there you go. But looking at the over, the under, Carolina, Minnesota, I'm not. God, that's so tough. You know what? Picking anything right here.
Do you want me to put 4 pieces of paper in a hat and you draw it? Would you like that?
Pretty much. I think, I honestly think that is. They have it right down the middle. Unless Minnesota's at home, it doesn't really mean much this season. God, if Kirk Cousins can pick it up, then for sure. But Dalvin Cook against this terrible Carolina defense. I mean, give me your thoughts. I mean,
So one of the keys to this game is Teddy Bridgewater did practice in full yesterday, so he will start over P.J. Walker. You know, obviously the Panthers had a good win last week against the non-existent Detroit Lions, shut them out. So obviously that's not going to happen in this game, but you have to like the idea of Teddy Bridgewater coming back. He's kind of been pretty close to the king of cover for the most part this season. He's been one of the best guys to cover. I do think Minnesota does win this just based off of their ground game, but in any situation, if you have Teddy Bridgewater who's healthy, he's going to keep you pretty close in a game. I mean, he had a chance to win. They had a chance to beat KC in a missed 65-yard field goal that would have made it if it was on target.
65
that's a record. That's an NFL record. That would have been a new NFL record.
That's right. It's a long ways to go with a leg.
Yeah, Sly got enough boot on, and he just wasn't straight enough. So
God.
I am going to take, and it's probably not the best choice just because there are a lot of sharps who actually like Minnesota. They don't think having Bridgewater back is enough for them to be able to cover. And they like the idea of Minnesota on a bounce back at home. So I don't disagree with Minnesota winning the game, but I think Bridgewater is always good enough to keep this game close. Yes, there's no C-Mac again. I wish he was playing, but Mike Davis has done pretty well in shoring things up at running back. I do worry about their defense, but I think also Minnesota's defense is not that good either. So that should mean Bridgewater can get enough points to keep up, right?
I think that's where we differ. You know,
okay.
I like Minnesota. I like what you said, but I'm looking at the under at 57.
Wow, that's wow.
It's a little gutsy.
I will say this right now. I cannot take an under with 2 really bad defenses. I just can't. But go ahead.
Even though that these offenses are run heavy, you wouldn't take 57.
No. They let up way too many points.
I don't know, man. I just think that, the Vikings are just one of those teams where you just don't know what you're going to get. And, I was going to say that I like that, that you took Minnesota.
Mm-hmm. But I'm not taking Minnesota.
You're not taking Minnesota?
No, I'm taking Carolina with the points.
Wow.
This game opened at 49, and it's up to 51.5 for totals.
Oh, that's perfect. Then I'm on the right trend. So
maybe. I mean, that means sharps bet the over a lot. That doesn't necessarily mean that the under is going to hit. They're more confident in the over at what opened at 49 has been moved up. 49.5 has been moved up a 1.5. So, did I get that right?
Yeah, but looking at 57, that's still a lot of points. It's
51.5 now. It changed.
51.5. So then I would have 57.5.
Yeah, 57.5. There we go.
I mean,
so yeah, 51.5. Your over gets teased down to 45.5, and your under gets teased up to 57.5.
I like
30-27 is your max. That is quite a few points. You do bring up a decent point about that. 30-28 kills you.
But at the same time, without C-Mac, with these two terrible defenses, Minnesota should come out with this win.
Just remember you said that last week. Just think about it. Just remember that happened last week. So, just something to keep in mind.
I cannot let the results from last week dictate the results.
You're only as good
this week.
You're only as good as You're only as bad as your worst game. You're only as good as your
You're only as strong as your weakest link. But I think I like that now. I think you talked me into it. If you're going to take Minnesota too, I like Minnesota.
I'm not taking Minnesota. I'm taking Carolina.
My gosh.
There's no value in teasing Minnesota over, especially if I worry about them. Do I think they're going to win? Yes, but there is a chance that they could drop the ball again. And I like the idea of Teddy Bridgewater being able to cover well in this game, obviously as long as he doesn't get hurt. So that's why I like Carolina 9.5. I don't know if Minnesota can win this. I don't foresee Minnesota winning this by more than a touchdown. So that's why I'm taking the bigger number.
Oof. Well, there's definitely some value playing onto Danny's side, but man, you know what? I got to go back to the well. Right. I kind of, looking at the over, looking at the under, I'm not really comfortable with either of those.
Neither am I.
I mean, honestly, it's a weird number, 45.5. That's really weird. But I would definitely, I hate to say it sometimes, but I kind of like it. Minnesota plus 2.5. I would do that.
I don't like it. There's no value on, and I worry about Minnesota, so that's why I personally can't do it.
I just think that, they shouldn't have lost to the Cowboys.
I agree with that. I agree. They should have won that game.
They should have won that game. So I think it's a pretty good bounce back. I think Zimmerman's gonna,
Zimmer is good off a loss. I will say that statistics show that he is good coming off a loss.
So I don't know. I got to ride or die with Kirk Cousins. So
that's it. So he likes that.
I like it.
Yeah.
And you like? Well,
nope. I like Carolina.
But you'll like that if you bet not Carolina. If you bet the Vikings.
Carolina.
Sorry.
But again, I'm taking Carolina plus 9.5, and Andrew is going to favor teasing across the 0 to plus 2.5. Both teasers could hit in this game. Let's be honest. Both teasers could definitely hit in this game.
It should just be a walk in the park for these
I don't
Vikings.
know if it's a walk in the park. But
with that defense, with Dalvin Cook, they
don't have a good defense.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Carolina does not have a good defense.
Neither does Minnesota.
All right, but it's Dalvin Cook versus what? Who do you have?
Mike Davis, Robbie Anderson, DJ Moore, Curtis Samuel, Teddy Bridgewater. It's pretty nice.
Is it really, though?
It's pretty nice.
It's just... These are just maybe.
And Matt Rule is actually getting better each game, figuring out the league in place. So that's why.
God, I like Bridgewater too. I like Bridgewater.
We talked about it, yeah.
I just like Kirk Cousins a little more.
I get it. All right. Yep. So let us know in the comments below how you think this game is going to go. If you're betting any of the sides or totals, let us know in the comments. We always like seeing and hearing those comments. But until next time, for Andrew Chang, I'm Daniel Saludo. If you like the content you got in this video, give it a thumbs up. Give it a like, subscribe, tick the notification bell, and select all. That way you stay up to date with all of our latest videos and previews for the rest of the 2020 season. We'd like to thank you for joining us and watching this video. But until next time, make sure you get your bets in. And of course, don't forget to be a tease.